The back marker is Clutch Catch as they move in behind the trees. Lyons Royal. Is there any way to see him here? Not really. I don't know if I can get over there, but okay. So that's Yesem. In view on the backside on the monitor here, Atherton still has the lead. The yellow colors, Yesem Boss, is there in second. And that bright orange saddle towel tells me it's the number 7, I Am Not Here, racing in third. Now, back in view at the top of the hill. Atherton, Yesem Boss, I Am Not Here there in third. A gap of 2 back to Mo Big Deal. There in fourth. Then comes G-Mac, a length back. It's Lage Royale. And the back marker there is Clutch Catch as they come to the top of the straight now for the first time. All right, they turn and come at us now. Atherton with the lead. Now as they come to us, Clutch Catch, what was the 7? Clutch Catch has the lead by 4 lengths. Atherton is next. Then comes Yesem Boss, followed by I Am Not Here, a gap of 2.5. Mo Big Deal, G-Mac next. Lage Royale is the back marker now as they start the final loop with Clutch Catch. Now off by about 6. Atherton next. I Am Not Here third by a half. Yesem Boss next. A gap of 3. Mo Big Deal. G-Mac is next. Lage Royale at the back as they head into the gully there, up the hill and make the right-hand turn. Down behind the trees for the final time and into the woods. Clutch Catch by 6. Atherton next. To the inside, I Am Not Here. And then comes Yesem Boss as they continue on down behind the trees. Clutch Catch still the leader as we pick him up on the monitor, awaiting in view at the top of the hill there. Clutch Catch has the lead 3 parts of a length. I Am Not Here is next. G-Mac up into third. Yesem Boss is next. Then comes Atherton, followed by Lage Royale. Second from the back, and the back marker now Mo Big Deal as they make their way to the top of the straight. And I Am Not Here is on to take the lead with the lime colors. 2.5. Clutch Catch is next. G-Mac on the outside as they come down the straight now. And the leader, I Am Not Here by 4. G-Mac on in second. Clutch Catch on the outside. It's I Am Not Here in front in the Liam McGee. Okay. Boy, this could have been a lot worse with that rain before.
In the first flat race, fairly comfortably in the end, 4 or 5 lengths on top when they got to the wire. A pretty steady run event throughout, and an impressive performance there from I Am Not Here. Some horses showing well throughout there. We had Atherton, Yesem Boss, Mo Big Deal and Clutch Catch were in quality races, but I Am Not Here, ridden by Brett Onings, trained by Todd Wyatt and owned by Coos Racing Club, was much the best when the sprint finish came on. As we'll begin to see some of the replay here, and we'll get a look at what actually happened right throughout the race. Of course, them coming up the stretch, you could plainly see on the camera there was plenty
well.
of mud spattering and plenty of
And the
water
back
coming
marker
up off
there
the
is
floor.
clutch
This will be a test of stamina right
as
the way
they
throughout
come to
the day.
the
And
top of the
jockeys
straight now
smartly taking their time in
for
the
the
early
first
part of the
time.
race, going on a nice steady run out on the first circuit, and probably for the first circuit and a half until they really begin to come downhill from the backside and turn into the home
First
straight
time.
and kicked on for home. Then Brett Ownings, although on the winner there, was fairly confident, and
All right,
I would
turn
say
and come at
sympathetic
us
to his
now.
horse. Didn't ask for too much once he had the race in the bag. Other riders going for everything behind him. G-Mac for Janet Elliott and Eric Perret's on board. Ran very well to a point. Got plenty of mud kicked in his face and might be coming back to something of his best as he had done in the past. Other horses, as I mentioned earlier, Mo Big Deal, Mark Beecher trained and ridden. He'd be happy with him moving on. Today was not the World Cup final for Mo Big Deal for sure. A horse that kind of petered out a little bit early was Yes and Boss, trained by Arch Kingsley and ridden by Hayden Frost. We will get a look at a replay here in a few minutes, and we'll maybe talk you through the closing stages of that race.